Hey guys, welcome to Only the Greatest, where we make fitness simple, fun, and effective. Today we have two super simple, super delicious meal preps for you. We have a high protein Big Mac burger bowl and another high protein meal, chicken enchiladas. So guys, these are super simple, super easy. Make sure you try them out. Be sure to like this video and subscribe for more just like this. Nobody loves doing meal prep, but at the end of the day, we know that it's super important to actually get towards your goal. Making it super simple and easy to do week in and week out is a huge part of you being successful and getting where you want to go. Before we get started, I do have just a little bit of something that we need to go over though that's super important, and that is this one meal or the two meals we're making today are not gonna change everything for you. You have to remember that if you want to lose weight, your entire calorie intake for the whole day is what's most important. Just because you eat this meal for lunch or one of these two meals for lunch doesn't mean that you're immediately gonna lose weight. So that being said, let's get these groceries unpacked and show you how to make these two delicious, simple, fun, and effective meals for your meal prep. We went to H-E-B earlier, got everything that we needed for these burger bowls as well as for the enchiladas. The first thing that we got here is a rotisserie chicken. You could make your own chicken as well, but obviously just picking up rotisserie chicken that's already cooked makes this super easy. So we got that. Next up, we got some cheese here. This is actually a cheese that Sean told us about. Denver loves this stuff. It is Cabot Light 50. It's only 4 grams of fat per serving and 8 grams of protein, so that's really nice. And we're gonna go ahead and put that over here with our protein category, as well as some 96.4 ground beef. You could use whatever lean ratio you want, but for the macros that we have for this video, keeping it as lean as possible, this 96.4 is really nice. It has 24 grams of protein per 4 ounces and only 5 grams of fat. Super nice there. Keeps it real lean. Next, let's move on to our carbohydrate sources. We only have 2, 1 for each meal. In the enchiladas, as you could imagine, is gonna be some corn tortillas. Super simple there. These are, for every 1 tortilla, is 16 carbs for each one. And then we have some small baby potatoes that we're gonna cut up for the burger bowls. Those over there. And then the rest of the stuff is just kind of condiments. This is the majority of the calories, is the stuff that we already unpacked. The rest is just kind of condiments, making it taste good, make it fun for each meal. So we have this enchilada sauce. It's just H-E-B brand enchilada sauce. For a quarter of a cup is only 20 calories. So this is something that Denver and I started using, I don't know, maybe a couple of months ago, and we make these pretty regularly. Super simple, tastes great, super cheap as well. And I will mention that everything that we bought here, everything that you're seeing was about $40. So this can be very affordable as well. The rest of this is all for the burger bowls. So we have some pickles, lettuce, a jalapeno, an onion and a tomato, and then the last part that's super important is this sauce. This is G. Hughes brand. We use this brand a lot. He has all the sugar-free ketchups, barbecue sauce, all that kind of stuff. Now this particular sauce is definitely not 0 calories, so you do have to be careful with it. Make sure you measure it. It's 80 calories per serving for 2 tablespoons, which might sound like a lot. And at the end of the day, it's really not if you compare it to some of the other burger sauces. So just something to be aware of. Anytime you use sauce, guys, make sure you're taking those calories into account. This particular sauce is only 80 calories per serving, which is 2 tablespoons. Some of those sauces out there though can be multiple 100 calories per serving. for the potatoes, we just got them all cut up and we're gonna throw them in the air fryer. You could put these on a cookie sheet in the oven as well, but air fryer is a little quicker. So we'll do half of them in one side, half of them in the other. Shake, air fry, match, and start. So between all three, like I said, we're gonna shoot for 100. There's 96. I mean, plus or minus a couple is totally fine, but for purposes of our video, let's go ahead and make it perfect. 100.7, that's perfect. All right, so now I'm gonna switch to the dark meat, so let's zero it out. And here we're only going a total of 50 grams. So we're gonna do a little bit less in each one, around 15-ish. There's 19 on the first one, close enough. 35, 38. And then we're going for a total of 53. Again, this is not a big deal, but for sakes of the video, let's go ahead and make it perfect. Right there, 50 grams of dark meat chicken. So now let's go ahead and move on. Next thing we're gonna do is add a little bit of cheese. And we're gonna put a screenshot, I believe, of the macros for this on the screen now. Sean can clip that in. We're using 25 grams of cheese, and Willow is here to help, apparently. So for cheese, 25 grams in total across all three. There's 16. Open up this third one here. 21, 23, 25, perfect. The last thing, and you could spice this up more with onions, tomatoes, and stuff like that. We actually have them over here on the side if you want to add them later, but obviously you don't want to be reheating with lettuce, tomatoes, and stuff on your enchiladas or on your burger bowl, which we're going to use these for as well. So we have them in separate containers where you can add it in after you pop these into the microwave. But the last part of our enchilada is going to be the enchilada sauce itself. So I don't think that we accounted for the calories. It's such a small amount, but just to give you an idea, still we're gonna go ahead and do it just so you see how much it is. And if you wanted to take these couple little carbs into account, you definitely could do that. So one serving here is 60 grams. So usually what we do is we put a little bit on the inside and then we wrap them up and then pour it over the top as well. So let's go a little bit on the inside of each one. And as you can see, even just putting that little bit is not even a whole serving. Sorry, it's a little messy. And then we just kind of, what I do, I'm gonna go ahead and take it off the scale. But all I'm gonna do is kind of roll it up, fold it over, and then I'm gonna flip it over to where the fold is on the bottom on each one. Then roll it over, roll it up, roll it over. There you go. So there's your enchiladas right there. And then if we want to finish up here, remember we were at 40 grams on the sauce. And now let's just go ahead and dump some more sauce on the top there. We're at 125 grams of sauce. So with this sauce, we added 40 calories, 6 carbs, and 2 grams of fat. So if you want to take those into account, you can. It's a very small amount, but either way, we now have our meal prep. We have 3 chicken and cheese enchiladas topped with mild green chili enchilada sauce. All right guys, so now for our burger bowls, we're gonna go and get those together. We have our potatoes here from the air fryer. We have our 96.4 ground beef. We got the cheese, same cheese we use in the enchiladas, and we have our sides here, same sides as the enchiladas. The only thing that we're gonna use here that maybe we wouldn't use in the enchilada situation is we have also some pickles to top your burger bowl. So we're gonna go for this portion. Again, we're gonna put the screenshot of the macros on the screen right now. And for our potatoes, in this portion, we're doing 175 grams of potatoes. Obviously you can adjust to your own carbohydrate needs as needed, but this, I think we're still under 600 calories here with all of this, which is a really nice meal, especially for the amount of protein that we're gonna have. So one thing that you'll notice a lot of times is when you're eating really good whole foods instead of processed foods, you get to eat a lot more total volume of food to keep you way more full. People are often surprised about how much they can actually eat when it's real food and not fast food, processed things, cakes, cookies, stuff like that. So we got 175 grams of potatoes. We're going to zero out our scale. We're going 150 grams of this beef. Again, if you need more protein, less protein, you can adjust as needed, but we're going 150 here, which is a good amount, almost 6 ounces, but doing everything in grams just kind of keeps it more simple, you know? So 150 grams there. Now again, I'm gonna zero this out. We're gonna go 25 grams of the cheese. So 25 grams of this cheese, 4 grams of fat, 8 grams of protein in a serving, which is 28, but we're just keeping the numbers nice and round. If I can get this guy open. We're gonna go 25 grams of this cheese, which as you can see, turns into quite a bit of cheese because we made such a good choice on what kind of cheese we're gonna use, keep the calories low. And now, to top it all off, we have our sauce. 1 serving of this sauce is 30 grams. So we're gonna pour nice and slow. Another way that you can do this is to set it on the scale and watch it go negative as you pour it. But for today's purposes, we're gonna go our 30 grams. And Willow's here to help again, as normal. So there we go, 31, 32, pretty close. So guys, we're gonna put the macros of this on the screen. All you gotta do now is kind of give it a little stir. You could, if your calories allow for it, you could definitely use a little more sauce, but once you stir it up, it'll definitely spread over everything. So we have this here, we're gonna go ahead and put the top on it, pop it in the fridge with our enchiladas. Here's our sides, got pickles, jalapenos. And guys, I hope that you love these 2 simple, fun, and effective meal prep ideas. The burger bowl, the enchiladas, we have the toppings over here. You can mix and match these as you please to your taste preferences. Very little to 0 calories over here in the veggies department. So try these out. Let us know if you have questions. Let us know how they go for you, how long it takes, how much did you spend. Stuff like that is always great feedback for us. We have plenty of more to come as far as meal prep ideas. So if you have questions, let us know down in the comments. Let us know how these do for you. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this one.